Hello everyone, my name is Night Ferox and welcome back to the second part of the paranormal investigation at the United Methodist Village in Lawrenceville, Illinois. So without further ado, let's start the video.
We really haven't done much in this area just because, I don't know, we just haven't. This is the doctor's office. We don't know if that has anything to do with the doctor that they all see, but this was where the doctors would come and do this and that before they take care of residents. This is a parlor, like a small parlor for residents, like a small sitting area.
The crazy thing to me about this part is that as we're walking down the hallway, she tells us that they really haven't investigated this hallway yet. And later on, Zachary and I were facing away from the hallway, and we could hear footsteps going up and down it. We could hear doors shaking, like a doorknob, which I think other people heard too because it was really loud. We could hear just all kinds of things moaning and groaning while they're doing the EMP session. And Zachary and I also just had this very intense feeling of being watched. We were so uncomfortable with it that we ended up moving later on to the other side of the room to face that hallway because we just did not feel comfortable sitting away from it. It was insane.
They had been kicked, and one of them landed over there, so we don't know if someone came in here and kicked them, we're trying to debunk it, or if it was paranormal. And you guys are more than welcome to explore if you'd like down these hallways. And then our last stop will be the basement before we go back to base.
Okay.
They just asked me if I copied them, I did.
Temperature.
You just click the thing on the side there. There's a lot going on in this room.
There's heat in this room.
Yeah, there is. That's interesting. That one part of the building is heated.
Excuse me, I'm gonna ask that.
So you hear Zachary mention that one of the rooms that we walked into had heat in it. And sure enough, the room was about 10 degrees higher than the rest of the building. We could hear a radiator going on in the room, and there was electricity in the new part of the building. So to us, we were thinking, well, maybe the investigators are cold and they go into this room to warm up because there's a working radiator in here. However, that is not the case. They don't turn the heat on when they're investigating, and no one had been in that room yet. So it was very interesting. And not only that, but since there was heat on this room, they informed us that last week when they had came in, the AC in the room was on as well. So they were instructed by the owner to unplug the radiator as to not cause any higher bills to the place. But it was still like a very insane experience that we just walked into a room and there was heat on, almost as if somebody had gotten cold and turned the heat on.
I will say also, guys, the only reason we haven't debunked this yet is because we just haven't had time to review the footage. We are under surveillance 24/7, those cameras are constantly on. But we just have not had time for some reason to sit down and look at it yet. But as soon as we do, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting
Yeah.
that did get kicked, and there's a K sitting way over there too.
Right. The other thing, this chair.
Yeah, I think it was down here.
Okay. This chair is of the lady who got caught faking stuff. She sat in it and it just straight up broke. So we don't know if maybe the spirits have a sense of humor, you know, faking stuff.
Most definitely.
But also the guy that he was talking about the first night who inappropriately touched the girl.
Oh,
As he was leaving, his backpack got ripped from his body and broke.
well, good.
So, if you guys do anything, they know. And they'll take care of it. So
Be
this is her broken
respectful.
chair. But,
That's funny. You just have it on display.
Yeah, pretty much. I was kind of wondering if we were going to get rid of it, but
No, this is what happens when you're a jerk.
pretty much.
Kind of warning.
Oh, yeah, I know. What?
you know about it, so I know.
Oh, that was interesting.
So I want to make a few things clear. First, everybody is either seated or standing still. No one's moving around, no one's talking. Second of all, Zachary and I could hear literally all of this. We couldn't make out every single word, but we could hear it with our own 2 ears.
If any ghosts or spirits here tonight, can you communicate with us? Can you knock on something and let us know you're here? We've got some devices set out for you. You can touch this bucket in the middle of the room and set that off. And we've got a ball somewhere. I don't even know where I put it.
Towards the hallway.
Yeah, somewhere down that way. Yeah, right there. You want to touch that and set it off?
Old timers, I tell you.
And then we got a meter behind me. If you want to touch that and set it off. I'm gonna do an EVP session, see if we can pick anything up real quick. If you do have to talk, just kind of talk out loud.
I'm putting my phone on silent.
Listen for like whispers and stuff. If you whisper, it sounds like something paranormal. So.
Finder. Finder.
Find her.
Uh-huh.
Mine said that
We
too.
got that last night, didn't we? Too? Or
Yeah, and
last-
mine said the same thing just a second ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So real quickly, what they're talking about at this part is some of the people had a program on their phone called Paratech. It's for Android only. The paranormal investigator recommended this app. He says it's the only app he actually trusts when it comes to apps that are supposed to be obvious. He says the other ones just don't work and he doesn't like them. But this one is pretty accurate and people typically get the same response at the same time. So that's why he trusts it.
Yeti. Okay, cool.
Okay, here we go. Alright, this is Friday, October 22nd, 2021. It's 9:53 p.m. We're at Lawrenceville, United Methodist Village. We're in the Dicus area.
Did you just hear that?
No talking.
So there is a video of him playing back the EVP, so I'm going to play that one here in a little bit. However, what was funny to me is that the noises we had been hearing, aside from the 3 knocks, they basically stopped when the EVP session began. However, what didn't stop was this feeling of just being watched. It was very uncomfortable. Both me and Zachary felt this, and later on we did move to the other side of the room like I had said. So it was just a very uncomfortable feeling. You're going to hear some people say that they also heard the knocks as well, and a little bit of a conversation leading up to the replaying of the EVP.
Meeting EVP session number 1, Dykus hallway. What did you get? Did you guys see something right at the beginning when I started?
There was a big knock, like 3 little bangs.
Yeah, there was a dog.
Yeah. That's why I said something,
Oh,
sorry.
no, you're fine. I thought you said, did you see that?
No, I said, did you hear
Oh,
that?
okay.
Yeah, we heard it. It was
Really?
right behind us.
Yeah, it was like literally in this hallway back
Behind
here.
you, Kayla.
Yeah.
I keep looking behind me and I hate it.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm legit being watched right now.
Something like fell for a second.
Yeah.
Like in a room. But
Like back behind him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like something fell in a room.
Same thing, like.
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell if it was knocking or if someone, like 3 little footsteps.
It's knocking. Twice.
So I can kill the green light on that meter too to make it darker. It'll be better or worse. Something weird there.
I heard that.
Yeah. Just trying to say something.
Sounds like I had to leave.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah.
It says I had to leave.
Maybe, yeah. Something weird too. There's a male voice in there, but you guys probably can't hear it out there. I have to put it up my ear. You guys can be passed away here. I don't know what it's saying. What was that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Have somebody laugh.
Yeah, it sounded like someone laughing.
I think we were all.
That came right up in my mic. Listen to this.
Oh,
That is
Dope.
messed
that
up.
is,
That's
that's,
like right in the mic.
yeah.
Sounds like a.
It sounds like a child.
Yeah, it is. That or an older lady, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, They're
Yeah.
still laughing.
Yeah,
They
there's.
laughed when I asked
That
about that.
person's probably the one that moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, they're
dead
like,
silent
hee
when he said that. Oh, I don't.
Very quickly, to give you guys a little bit of context, during the EVP session, the paranormal investigator asks, "Did you move that cart?" The cart he is referring to is the cart you're seeing on screen right now. Just like the cane in the previous video, this cart just showed up one day, and like they said, they have video camera going on 24/7 in this building, and this just appeared here. They don't know how it got here, so that's what he was referring to. And it's hard to hear in the moment in my camera, but there is another laugh right after he asked that question.
When he said that, oh, I don't like that.
You hear that? Yeah, they're laughing when I asked that even.
Wow.
Anybody get cold chills?
Yeah.
I feel it right
I
on.
mean, I've had chills since I heard the knock, so.
I've had chills since I walked in the door.
There's no sound that could have caused that.
No.
Go back to the first time and laugh.
Okay,
And
good.
then just play from there.
Or try to get to it. It's right before I asked the question. I talked over it. I wish I wouldn't ask the question. See, it's like they're right in the mic.
Mhm.
Wow.
There's no explanation for that. It almost sounds like they say yeah, kind of laughing.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Like something was dragging.
Yeah.
Maybe it's emulating the sound of the cart moving.
Hold on. Oh, that was him, so we can't debunk the laugh. Hold on, that was him. Yeah, that definitely wasn't a laugh.
So it sounded like
That was me.
someone got moved.
Something moved?
Oh no. I'm just looking
But it kinda sounds, does it make that
Yeah.
sound?
That's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna check to see if it made a
So wait,
squeaky sound.
are they saying the laughing's not?
Well,
We don't know what it is? Or
We don't know what the laugh is.
That's something
What
like
kind of
I was
force-
thinking
That's
that the
the laugh.
talking could have been somebody moving in the chair. Because that's what it sounded like to me as
maybe
well.
that's what the
No,
sound
I
like
heard what Wes heard.
Like,
Like, it was pretty clear.
Yeah, that's a straight out. That's a straight out laugh.
That's weird.
Oh, it's in the mic. It came out of my hand. Whatever that was like on top of me. Pretty much.
surprised it didn't set off any.
You can't hear
I
out
know.
your ears.
You said that children, like residents, would complain about
Yeah.
children making
Yeah.
noise. That's probably them like playing around with you guys, like with the letters and stuff.
Yeah, it could be.
That and then like moving carts and then kids laughing about it.
Yeah.
Trade in that ball then.
The ball.
Yeah.
Yep. We got a ball over here, guys. It's right here in the floor. Can you come move that? Can you come touch that and like try to kick it? It'll go off and make pretty callers if you're here. I haven't even listened to the rest of this, so. That's what it is.
Got cold breeze coming up
Yeah,
behind
something
me
just
right
touched
now.
my left arm when you said that.
Yo, I thought I heard a little voice whenever you were talking.
Can we not talk about cold breeze? It's
Yeah.
touching
That's
the
why I
walls.
like looked over there.
You can get out the temperature and see if the room changed. We gauged it earlier.
Check.
7.2 degrees right now, just for the record, so that changes. But I'm gonna put this here on the bucket just so we can get anything else. Everybody ready?
Mhm.
Here we go.
You don't have to hold it. You can just keep it going so it doesn't make sound.
I didn't want to continue.
Alright, this is EVP session number 2. We are in the United Methodist Village in Lawrenceville, Illinois. It's Friday, October 22nd. It's 10:11 p.m. right now. It's currently 67.4 degrees. And we're in the Dicus hallway. I've got the recorder sitting on a bucket in the middle of the room.
The paranormal investigator also heard that sound, that's why you saw the laser. However, he couldn't pinpoint exactly where it was coming from, and for the record, it was coming from right behind me and Zachary.
If there are any ghosts or spirits here, can you come up to that red light on that bucket right here in the middle of the room and speak into that device we've got there? I think you came up to me and laughed or something a minute ago. Can you do that again?
How old are you?
Is there a reason why you're here? Are you trapped here? Someone just say no.
I heard that too.
I heard it too. It's like, no. Yeah, did you guys say that?
Uh-uh.
No. Yeah, there was a male that answered that out loud.
That's a trip.
Thank you for communicating. If you did, I'm going to shut this off. If you want to give us a message.
There has been a lot of activity going down this hallway. I heard a door, like,
Yeah, I heard all kinds of noises.
and then I heard a howling or a moaning or something coming this way too. Moaning, yeah. Yeah, down this way. You haven't heard it?
I heard it this way.
I'm hearing it down this way, but maybe it's just because I'm right next to
What's that one thing
it.
called when you only have ringing in your ears?
That's you right now.
That's not now. But when it's dead silent, I can't hear anything unless it's super loud, like the bangs.
Yeah, I heard the door, like a jiggle or
Whenever
something.
after it was before he turned the light on over there, I heard it come from over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut this off for right now.
I'm here.
There's something there.
Yeah, it says I'm here.
Oh.
That's after you set it down.
I'm
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah, I'm
That's
here,
clear
right,
as
I set it
day.
down, Yeah. You guys hear that?
Yep.
Yeah, it says I'm here. Holy crap.
So, shortly after the EVP sessions end, we were talking, and there was this sound like a switch flipping. And so that all caught our interest, so we go looking around to see where the sound's coming from. And we end up finding the room, and sure enough, there is a light on. Now remember, there is electricity in the new part of the building. However, we're keeping things off. Obviously, that's what you want to do during a paranormal investigation, is try to keep it as dark as possible. Unless you're moving around, then you need a flashlight on so you can see where you're going. But if you're sitting, the flashlight's off. That's basically how it is. So this light turns on, and because no one went into this room, there was a camera going into this room, no one was in here, we were all still in that main area where the EVP session was. It just flipped on by itself, and so we chalk it up as we can't debunk it. We tried, we couldn't, and so we walk in there, and I also do my own EVP session in the room, and it was just very interesting. We did a lot of stuff in this room. So that's the next series of stuff you're going to happen. This room was near that main hallway to the right, on like the first door on the right. And it was a room where a woman named Sarah stayed.
Oh, that pain.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Which light is
Stuff happens
That
around
light's
it.
on.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I didn't look at the painting.
Yeah.
What move your head was?
Let's see your heads in the way. Yeah.
It
It is on.
I was talking to her about moving
As if there's
I
a
could set
patient
this
just
up
sitting
there and see
there.
if something
This
happens.
she died right here.
And you sure she didn't die like right there?
Yeah, I'm sure it was right here.
It's kind of like highlight here.
Right. No, she died here. That's why I put it on this side.
Like,
Yeah, come on now. You've excited us.
come on, Sarah. If that's you, can you hit the ball again? Sarah Kimmel? Well, if it's not Sarah, do it. Whoever was doing it.
No.
Oh,
She didn't think so.
I guess
She
not.
likes
Yeah.
she likes the music. Okay.
Not if she was agreeing with me.
There goes again. She likes it, yeah.
Doesn't want no music.
She wants some sleep.
Yeah. I don't blame her. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Can you hit the ball if you don't like the music? How about if you like the music, hit it?
She's still deciding.
Yeah.
Depends what he puts on, you know?
So is that 4 times now?
Yeah. I caught it twice.
Yeah. Surprised that monitor hasn't gone off. Wow.
I'm so glad you came back.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I visited the same day that time too, anyway. I see it.
Well, what I was talking about, one of the times it went, I saw it. I saw a little white speck just go up towards the ball. This is.
Yes.
This is what it was doing down there.
I wonder if she followed us over there.
One of the rooms that she stayed in was over there.
No, the one of the rooms she stayed in was
Oh.
that place.
Is she trying to tell us that it was her? No, I still hear the music going. Did you have anything to do with the red light earlier? Move the ball if you did.
Please touch me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It seems to go off anytime we laugh, so I think she likes it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think she's just enjoying our company. Her company.
Yeah.
We won't talk about.
There's a recording over here if you want to talk with us. You can use that too.
Yeah, I've got a recorder on. You want to talk into it? You can knock the ball clear off there. That'd be neat. Can you knock it off the table there?
Preferably not at any of us. Yeah.
Is me.
You? You still here? Sarah, are you here?
Now, this area, all in all, was extremely active. And part of me thought with the ball that maybe it was malfunctioning or maybe the table was not really all that level. But the thing was, you saw in the video earlier, we had been in the room and, you know, the table looked pretty stable. It didn't look like it could move, and the ball, you know, you can't see it in the video because I start recording later, but the ball had at one point actually moved across the table and then stopped. And I thought that was really interesting, but I'm still like trying to rationalize it in my head. Maybe it's malfunctioning, maybe there's something wrong with the table it's on, just all these different things, and I literally cannot come up with an explanation for why that ball was moving like that. And she was responding to our questions here and there, and the really insane part was like, well, this has to be a malfunction in the equipment isn't working right. And the very interesting thing was, you don't see it in the video because I had turned my camera off, but they call for the other group to come up to take a look at this, and that was the worst mistake we made. We should not have done that. By doing so, we lost all activity in the room. Nothing had happened. I don't know if maybe we had offended her by calling more people to come and talk with her or what, but she stopped, and we did not get any more activity. There was nothing on the EVP after we called more people into the room, and that right there just let me know that there was something in the room, and then she left, and something intelligent was messing with the ball. Shh. Okay, we are starting a recording. It is 11:39 p.m.
We are in a room where a light turned on by itself, so we're going to ask a few questions for anybody who is in here. You can talk into this recorder if you want to communicate with us. All right, we are beginning. Who are you?
Are you the one that turned on this light?
Did you die here?
Oh, she was just old.
Did you die in this room?
Deteriorated very fastly. And it was just her time to go.
No, we can do
If
it.
you're here and you're afraid to speak, you can make a knock noise around us.
And I told him about the lady down here flipping over in the bed.
What was that?
There's also another instrument in the room over here on the picture. You can make that wave to let us know you're here too.
There was a lady, she had arthritis, her fingers were kind of, she had a hard time moving.
Oh, yeah.
She had stuff situated the way she liked. Well, a CNA was taking care of her one day and moved her bed table back.
How old are you?
He didn't put it right, so she went to lower her bed, and the table was stood up underneath it and flip her, and the table was stood up underneath it and flip her, and the table was stood up underneath it and flip her, and the table was stood up underneath it and flip her bed, and she passed away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She didn't live here for a long time.
Alright, we're going to get going. Any last words? Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there's a little.
The coldest it was in that corner.
Here. But what I was always told when I worked here
She's talking about a morgue possibly being in these rooms.
was that it was right here. And if I worked here, apparently, and I didn't call it, but I also never looked at it. I didn't know there was actually a morgue down here at one time. Apparently it did have a metal sign that said morgue above it. And this room just makes more sense for it to be morgue because it's got
Is that you, Jack?
fans and water and right. So this room would make more sense for the morgue. Personally, I think it was here, but we don't know that for a fact. We do know for a fact that there was a morgue. Just don't know for sure where it was at.
Ah, gotcha.
So has anything happened down here?
We get some pretty good. We get some cool things across Paratex and this and that down here. We had a guy one night, one of our team members, he was sitting in this chair. They were going to go upstairs and he said, we didn't have a lady go in there and get scratched.
No, thank you.
We don't know for sure if it was real or not. But she did, that's what she claims. You say let's go in there. There's a room upstairs directly above it and it's the same way.
Huh, interesting.
So we don't know.
Was there a flower in the doorway before? That stepped on?
Yeah.
Surprised me. Hey, I have a question.
Why is Code Adam a missing child?
And
Because it's Adam Walsh. You're too young to remember that.
Penny was at the grave. Was that?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that.
So what we doing?
No, okay. That thing looks like a head.
That's unfortunate. Oh,
It does?
It's a clown.
It is a clown.
Oh my god.
Who put that there?
I don't do clowns.
Me neither. Let's just close that. We'll forget that exists.
No. It's out there and it says Doc on it, but I promise that's just the rabbit. He was the biggest rabbit I've ever seen in my entire life. He was probably the size of Morgan. And
I'm one big rabbit.
he was massive. Copy. But he passed away.
Rick says the witches were not there. He said that they may have done that back in the day, and the ghost remembered it and put them back because he said they weren't there.
Jason, I never seen them when we were taping down cords. There's no way they were there.
You can fill them in on that later then.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I still have no idea for it.
So I didn't show them to you guys because we thought that we debunked them. There's a trail of little paper witches that are taped to the floor, leading
You can
from
go ahead and call this not debunked again.
10-4.
Yeah, I saw. I kept saying that too. Someone
Oh,
was
is it
like,
Jason
they were
Rick?
walking.
Yeah. So there's these little witches, and they're taped to the floor. They lead from a room on Wesley to the elevator, and then there's one in the basement stairwell. And so we were talking to the spirits on full moon. You know, they knew we were having a Halloween party here. We've been looking for old decorations. We're trying to decorate with mostly things from when they were here. You know, things they made, things they did. So we are sitting in Mountain Center, and it comes across Paratech. It says pennies, 2, witch, and something else. 38. 38 came across Ghost Box. Is that it for Paratech? That's it for Paratech. So Ghost Box, we're on the Ghost Box. At the same time it's saying these on my Paratech, it is saying on the Ghost Box 38. And so we're like, that's weird. So we get to Dyke, so we're about to leave, and we notice all these little witches. And so we're like, what in the world? So we realize it's a trail of these little witches taped to the floor. So we follow it to one room. It takes us to one room that we've never seen before. We've been here 1,000 times, never seen that room, never been in it. We get in there, there's 2 pennies. So then we follow the trail back. See, it stops at the elevator, so we're like, let's see if it wants us to go downstairs. As we're walking downstairs, there's one on the floor on the stairwell. We get down to the basement, and there's one room with light on. The rest of it's pitch black. We walk into this room, and there's a big box of Halloween decorations. And we've been in this room 1,000 times. We've never seen these Halloween decorations before. So we thought we debunked it. We thought that they were already here. They've been here before. But we had never seen them because we have cords running between them and this and that. And we've never seen them while we tape down cords. So.
And you have cameras.
Right, but we never seen anyone put them down or anything. So we were like, what in the world happened?
So were there 38 witches?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We counted. Me and Macy counted. We were like, oh, we should count them. One of the other team was like, yeah, go count them. We counted them. Yes, exactly 38 witches.
Oh my goodness.
From the basement staircase to that door.
Oh wow.
And there's one little witch taped to the door, so that one on the door made it 38.
Oh my goodness.
So, pretty interesting. Yeah. But, and we'll head back to base, guys.
So it's not enough.
So the last part of the night we were in the basement. I do have a video from the basement, however, I'm not going to show you because you can hear stuff kind of going on. However, there was somebody up walking around. There were people talking. It was towards the end of the night, so people were getting really tired or wanting to call it a night. And after we left the basement, in fact, a lot of people left. By the end of the night, we started with a group about 10, 15 people, aside from the paranormal investigators. And at the end of the night, we ended up with 4. Now, I did hear a noise in the basement. It sounded like a whistle. I'm not good at whistling, but it sounded like this. Like that. And it was really off in the distance. Honestly, I think we were just not in the right part of the basement because I was hearing a lot more noises coming through the hall of the basement rather than the room we were in. So, I'm not going to play it. There wasn't a whole lot going on aside from the whistle that I physically heard, and my camera, my actual professional camera, had died at this point. So I was using my camera, or my phone, and you can't hear it. It doesn't pick anything up on it. And the other thing is, there was a person in the group with us that he kept saying things were happening to him, or he was using equipment that things would come up on. And he was using equipment that, one, the paranormal investigator had said he didn't like and he thought was fake. And two, I don't know if I could really believe him in his experiences on what was happening, because somebody later on, earlier in the EVP session, I believe I cut it out, but he had the paratech out and something came off as Beelzebub, which, depending on the religion you're in, it's either a deity or a demon. So that came across on there, and so he was mentioning the fact that Beelzebub came up, and then all of a sudden this guy walks over to the corner and just so happens to hear a growl that no one else hears. And I did not buy it for a single second. I like to say I have a built-in bullshit detector, and he was giving off major bullshit vibes. So that's why I'm not showing the video, because it's not really worth watching. Anyway, though, that is it for can't speak now. For this paranormal investigation. I do plan to go back to this location in the future and investigate some more. After going there, I have a lot of questions left unanswered. I want to investigate that hall some more, because that was just, I think, a wasted opportunity for them to not investigate. And after my experiences with it and other people's experiences with it throughout the night of just this uneasy feeling or being watched, I want to investigate it some more. We may make this a once-a-month thing instead of just a Halloween special like we originally intended to, just because I actually really enjoyed the experience. I've always wanted to go on a paranormal investigation, and I got to. So check that off the bucket list. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.